She's going to need two new sills. Two new sills, as I was saying. She's like, you know, crusty. Really crusty. I mean, that's like, this is what I'm working with. So this is why I'm not exactly jumping. Oh, right then, as you can see, I'm wrapped up warmer than an Eskimo in a snowstorm. But the difference is, we're in the UK. We're in the UK. Now, the problem with the UK is we only have one day of summer, if we're lucky, and the rest is just raining, rain, wind, snow, rain, wind. So you get the idea, you get the drift. Now, the problem is we don't get much time to do much things. I'm not fortunate enough to have a garage so I can do car builds in the garage, which I'd love. Hopefully one day this channel will earn enough revenue where we can actually have a garage. But as of now, as you can see, it's been raining, absolutely pouring down, and I haven't had a chance to do anything for the past couple of days to produce a video. So we've got to do the BMW. We've got to revisit the E30, the rotten E30. Swig of tea. Lovely. So basically, we'll have a quick look around the BMW. You're going to see what's wrong with it. Well, I'll retract that. You're going to see what's right with it, because there's a hell of a lot of things wrong with it. So the other thing about the E30 is they've been done to death. They have been done to death. Every single person on the planet, almost, and their nan, maybe their auntie, have built an E30 in some way or other. Some guys or whatever, be it a 2-door, be it a 4-door. Sorry, a 3-door or a 5-door, I apologise. Be it a whatever, be it a touring, doesn't matter. People have built them. Now, I want a piece of that pie. I built an E30 touring, Annie, you know. I want to build a 2-door E30, and I want to do something different with it. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I don't want to make it boring, because at the end of the day, you know, in the UK, the E30 has been around longer than an STI, and I don't mean the fast sort. Everybody's done it. The UK has been saturated with E30s, so it's uninteresting, it's boring. But at the end of the day, I love E30s. I think they're the most iconic. Next to the 190E Cosworth, they are iconic. Obviously it's not an M3, but it is what it is. So basically the plan for this is to get it running right, because it does sound terrible. It sounds awful. It sounds, let's see if I can start it now. It sounds absolutely awful. I'll be tea, don't want to lose a drop of that. Stored, try again. Stored again. So you can see she's not a runner. She's certainly not going to sprint anywhere fast. So the plan of action is to show you a bit around the car when it's stopped raining and dried up a little bit, so it might be in a few days. Assess what's wrong with it. It may be plugs, I don't know. I might buy a set of plugs today to put them in to see if it is the plugs. The thing about being a creator on YouTube, being anything, if you're an influencer, if you do Instagram, TikTok stories, you're going to get hate no matter what you do. So we're going to give the haters something to hate about. Or talk about. I'm a man of many talents, but being a mechanical man in the old treetop, I am certainly not. Prepared to have the taken out of you, Stokesy, because you don't know what the you're doing, and I don't care. We're just going to get into it. Going to get my hands dirty, which I've just had my nails done. Anyway, moving forward. So we're going to pop the bonnet, have a look around it, try and diagnose what's wrong with it, you know, maybe test something, cylinders, or I don't know, fucking sticks things in somewhere and spanners, and hopefully I don't cut my finger, and go from there. Right then, so for the ones that haven't seen this E30, like I said, I put a link up here. Oh, nearly went there. Put a link up here so you can actually go back and actually watch the video of me buying it. Now, as you can see, she's a bit holy. She's definitely, you know, been going to church a lot. I mean, wings are obviously easy to replace. What we do, we pop these wings off after. Maybe pop the bonnet, the bumper off. Maybe, I don't know if I want to go with this just yet. But as you can see, that's quite solid actually, that is really, to be fair. But the worst part is this bit here. Put some cardboard down already so I can kneel down on it. Leave the coat bottle out of the way. So right then, this is the issue. Now, shortly I'll get the wide body kit out so you can kind of see what my dilemma is. Now this is far too gone to put a replacement piece in. She's going to need 2 new sills. 2 new sills, as I was saying. She's like, you know, crusty, really crusty. I mean, that's like, this is what I'm working with. So this is why I'm not exactly jumping at throwing money at it. I'm just not jumping for joy thinking, yeah, I'm gonna just throw all my fucking savings at this, because at the end of the day, she's rotten. So I need to know what I'm actually working with before I start investing lots and lots of money. If this was a 4-door, this would just be a door, we could just replace this. But as it's not a 4-door, it's a 2-door, you can kind of get right in there, look. You see? Yeah, she's got a few problems, but you know, nothing that we cannot fix. But it's going to take time. It's going to take time. So hence why I'm sticking a wide kit on it, because in a hide multitude of sins. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not going to just put the wide kit on this and just leave all this and call it good. No, we're obviously going to cut all this out. Now obviously to cut all this out, because this is rotten obviously all up here, so I think about this line here, let me get a pen, one sec. Right, now I don't know exactly how these kits fit. I'm guessing it's close to that bit there as you get. I don't understand these kits. I just don't get it. I don't understand these kits. I really don't. They always look on the piss. Do you know what I mean? Ugh. Right, that's kind of how are we doing this? I don't know. Right, that's that kind of done. Let's take this off now. So obviously you don't cut all this out. Ow, stones. But you cut out majority of this. So I think you'd cut out probably that there, maybe. I don't know. I've never done this before. I've never cut kits out or cut cars or anything apart. Now if you're going to replace this with new pieces, like new arch, for two sills and 2 replacement arches, rear arches, it's 260 quid, I think. 260 quid. So you've got a lot of, I mean, look what I'm working with. Just everything's rotten. So for me to put see, I'm justifying myself here. I don't need to justify myself, it's my car, but I'm just trying to help you understand why I've decided to turn this into a wide body E30 as opposed to keeping it as a standard car and restoring it to a point where, as nice as Annie, she's immaculate, beautiful, no rot, no nothing, just perfect. Now I've been looking for a 2-door for a while, and there's a lot of nice 2-doors out there. You can find a nice 2-door for around about 5 grand, maybe a bit cheaper, but I mean a nice, like Annie, really good, clean, nice example, you're looking 7 to 10 grand, you know, between that kind of area. Basically that's me jumping in, turn the key and driving it, enjoying it. I didn't want to do that. I wanted a bit of a project. Now this is a bit of a project gone too far. This is something that I would not have bought, but my good old mate Neil from Newcastle, near Newcastle, bid on it, we won it, and I went and collected it, not knowing the severity of my actions. This is something I wouldn't have bought. I mean, you can see in the boot in there, I wouldn't have bought this. I mean, if I actually went to the auction and saw this myself with my own 2 eyes, I wouldn't have bought it. I would have walked away from it. But as it happens, we own it, we got to do something with it. So yes, this is my dilemma. What do I do? Right there, so here's the front body kit, well, the front bit. Now, like I said before, I don't know how these bloody kits work, to be fair. I think they need to be heated up. I mean, the front one fits nicely, as you can tell. Bit of a gap there, like, but you know. So I do think these need to be warmed up, because at the end of the day, they're a bit, you know, here and there. I don't know how these kits fit. I haven't fitted one in my life, so I'm going to have to ask for a little bit of help to get the alignment straight. Obviously the tyre's completely flat there, so you kind of need to be on a flat surface. We need a bit of all the tyres need to be the right height. Maybe get a spirit level, I don't bloody know. But these need to be kind of put on right. I mean, this is like on the piss. I don't know how they work. I don't know. I mean, what would that go in front of the bloody door? Would it go further back? I don't know. So this is something I got to learn. So any advice would be amazing. Anyway, that's that. There's the back one. I'm not happy with it really, but I need somebody that knows how to fix kits. I mean, I'm having a go myself. I will have a go myself. I will Google it. But as of now, I'm not touching the kit, because there's loads more things that I need to do, like see if she runs okay with the spot one. Right, so she's cleaned up a little bit, and we work on good bones here. All this is absolutely solid. I mean, solid throughout. It's just here. Absolutely solid. What I like. Solid. Right, let's put the battery in there. So battery fitted. Now, what I'll do is I'll turn her over. I know where I put the bloody keys, because I'm an imbecile and I lose everything. Where the hell did I put the keys? Let's give this old girl a whirl. Whoa, God, these seats are nice. Let's give her a whirl. Make sure she's out of gear, because obviously Annie being auto, this being manual, I keep forgetting. I mean, did you see how fast that turned over? And I haven't even started this or warmed it or nothing. Watch. She's got good bones, she has. She's got good bones, but that does not sound a healthy engine. Well, that's not good. The throttle got stuck. Oh, why did she get stuck? She needs a bit of WD-40 on there. Let's give that another go. Well, as you can see, she's not running the greatest. So what we'll do, we'll change the spark plugs over and see if that changes anything. And we've got them, so we might as well just replace them. Fit them to the car. Right, so they're all on nicely. Now, the thing to mention is the plugs that were in it were really good plugs. Bosch. The person who owned this car prior to actually took good care of it, because these Bosch spark plugs are quite expensive, to be fair. It's the 4-pin as opposed to the 1-pin, and I think these are quite new, apart from the bottoms of them, which they are very well and truly, as you can see, not the greatest. Right, see that made a difference. Probably not. Yeah, it still runs like a bag of shit. Right then, so this E30 is idling rough. The spark plugs didn't do a job. I guess that would happen because it's how things go, and that's the way my life goes. The easy solutions, the easy fixes are never the easy fix. So right then, I need to check if all the leads are working and if they're all sparking. The issue I'm having is we're not keeping this engine. So my dilemma is, do I spend money on this engine to get it running right, or do I just leave it and allow it to just not be used because we're taking it out anyway? So this is a dilemma that I'm faced with. But the problem also is if I don't bother doing nothing to the engine now and just thinking, you know, the video's over, it's not a very good video, is it? Eesh, that looks lovely, doesn't it? But all these old E30s, they always have a bit of mayonnaise on them. I mean, I thought about adjusting this so it ticks over nicely, but that's just hiding the problem, so we're not going to do that. Start that again. It doesn't sound bad now. Sounds a bit shitty, but not as bad as she did. So the next thing to do, amongst many other things, is basically pull a plug. What I'll do, I use the old ones first to kind of see if they will spark. Right, so that wasn't the greatest, ladies and gents, but not you can laugh all you like, but you know, there's method in my madness. That one sparked amazingly well. That one's connected. Let's try this one out. So that would suggest all the plugs work. That would suggest all the spark plugs, sorry, all the leads work. So it's either a vacuum leak or something else. Right then, ladies and gents, so as you can see, it is pitch black outside. I've been on this flipping engine for all day, most of the day, trying to figure out why isn't it running right. Now we've basically of course my mate came over, he lent me this it's compression test, so we're going to do a bit of a compression test shortly, but we've narrowed it down to basically the pattern is the person who had the car previously, we believe that the car was taken off the road because it was running very rough. Obviously the previous owner bought some new plugs, because these are really good plugs, not cheap either, Bosch. Yes, the previous owner bought these 4 brand new plugs, decent plugs, to kind of solve the problem, but obviously it still persisted. We tried taking this off, but again the previous owner has already tried taking this off because he's chewed that bolt there, completely chewed, so he can't get it off. So the plan was to check this first to see if this is all corroded, but as I can't take this off, we're going to do a compression test first to see if we're down any cylinders. So put you on the GoPro stand, and then we're going to compression test it at night. It's just like really tight to get into these spots to undo these screws. So I've cleaned everything the best I can. I gave it all a bit of a wipe over. I mean, like I said before, that's all I'm going to do, because at the end of the day, this engine's being removed. So I need to be sure that I'm not going to spend loads of money on it. Now, you're probably thinking, well, you know, just fix it, and then when you do sell it to somebody, it'll be a decent running engine. You'd be right. All the plugs are clean, there's no corrosion or nothing, they're all clean, so I don't know. Right, let's see if a mousey or mice have actually built a nest in here. I highly doubt it, but you never know. Nope, very clean filter. Very clean filter. Very, very clean indeed. Almost brand new in fact. Let's just try it without the filter. Makes no difference, it won't do anything, so. Right, ladies and gents, I've basically almost given up because I think it's fuel related. I think because it's been sat for 16 years, no sorry, it's been sat since 2016, I think there's something wrong with the fuel filter. That's my guess. Oil's lovely in this, see the oil? Lovely and clean. I believe it's something to do with fuel. I've done all the things that a normal person would do that doesn't really cost a lot of money. Now the issue is it might be a vacuum leak, or it might be some little mice have chewed the wires somewhere. There's going to be some chewed wires or something, I don't know. Now the other issue is valve adjustment. I don't want to go down that way, because I don't want to go down that route. I don't want to. I'd rather somebody else start tinkering with that, because at the end of the day, like I've said, that this particular video was just kind of a side thing, but I've enjoyed it. It's pissed me off, don't get me wrong, it's annoyed me, but I've enjoyed it. Now the issues are, it starts up lovely and it ticks over nice until you put it under load. It starts spluttering its brains out, it has a little bit of a misfire at the back, and then it stalls. Like I say, it's been sat since 2016. We've done all the normal checks that you would do to kind of make it, you know, run okay. Now the dilemma I'm having, and like I said before, I'm not keeping this car. No, sorry, I retract that. I'm not keeping this engine. I'm changing this engine. Do I want to invest any more time in this engine just to see if it runs okay, get it running okay, just to rip it out anyway? There's nothing more I could do to this car other than get the engine running right. So what I'm going to do now, because this video is already long enough, I'm going to end it here, and then we're going to do another video on getting the engine running another time. We're going to call it a done video now. So yeah, so from me, Stokesy, thanks for watching. I do hope you enjoy this, because this is the direction we want to go in. We want to fix cars, and we don't do enough of it on the channel, so this is where we're going to go. Also various other directions we're going to go in, but this is one of the directions I want to go in, doing cars on the channel. So yeah, so from me, Stokesy, thanks for watching. Remember, don't limit yourself, and as always, keep car hunts alive. Whatever it may be that you do, just keep the car hunt alive. So yeah, I'll see you next weekend.